Hey guys, welcome back to another cooking video with your one and only Claudie Cooks in the kitchen. Happy New Year to you all and hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas. Today we're going to do some braised lamb shanks in sorrel juice. All of the ingredients used in this video will be listed in the link below, so let's get cooking, people. Yay! Let's start by heating up some oil. We're going to get that heated up and then we're going to start to seal off our lamb shanks. Whilst the oil is heating up, I'll just let you know that I marinated the lamb shanks overnight, and I will list in the link the exact seasonings that I've used on it. But of course, if you want to use different seasonings, that's entirely up to you. But I will put what I've used to season these. Back to the oil. Right, the oil is ready and we're going to start to seal this meat off. I'm going to do these 2 at a time, and in total we're going to seal this for about 8 minutes. And once it's done, I'll be back up to show you the next process. Whilst I'm frying off the lamb shanks, let's prep some veg. Okay, this is the kind of searing we're looking for, and this is going to provide a lot of flavor to the dish. And we finish sealing them all off. Right, and all that bits in the bottom of the pan, we don't want to get rid of it because there's a lot of flavor in there. And to that now we're going to add some onion and garlic. And I've not chopped my garlic, I'm keeping them in the whole cloves. I'm going to pop those in and we're going to fry those off. I'm going to give it about maybe 3-4 minutes before we add other things that needs to go in here as well. So I'll be back with you in about 3 to 5 minutes time. Time to add some carrots, celery, bell pepper and some courgette. Just going to give this a good mix to coat all of the vegetables in this fragrant oil. And we're just going to let this saute for another 5 minutes and then we will be back to carry on the process. We've got about a teaspoon of the Gochujang left, and I'm going to top it up with some tomato puree. We'll put in a tablespoon. Give it a good mixy to coat everything, and we're going to add a tablespoon of green seasoning. Yeah, and we're going to let this just fry off for a few minutes. This is smelling so lovely and comforting because the weather is so cold out. We've had a bit of snow and it is truly cold at the moment, so we need something comforting to make us feel better. I'm adding 1/4 pint of sorrel. You can use some form of alcohol in this. People use wine, port, but I'm keeping it alcohol free. And I'm using a chicken hot stock. Just gonna pop that in with some more chicken stock. And I'm adding a pint boiling water. I'm using some bay leaf, rosemary and thyme. We're gonna add that. And put in a teaspoon of this. Anything I'm using that you don't want to use, it's optional, okay? You don't have to use it. Butter, unsalted. we're using teaspoon mustard, Coleman's mustard. And I've got red currant jelly that's left over from Christmas. So we add in a tablespoon. We're going to bring this up to the boil, and then I'm going to taste for flavor before I put the lamb shanks in. Right, I'm just going to add a bit of garlic granule, onion granule, and some all-purpose seasoning. These are what I've used, some of the seasonings I've used on the lamb shank to marinate it overnight. Just going to add a bit of Scotch bonnet pepper, just for a little bit of heat. It's good. Well, and if you've noticed, I've not covered the lamb shanks, fully. I've just taken it just about to the top, right? Because we're going to braise these. We don't want them boiling. And we're going to just pour those juices back in because it's all flavor. Just going to spoon some of that over. And I've got the oven already been preheated at 175 degrees Celsius. And we are going to braise these in the oven for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. This is smelling really good. Right, so I'm gonna turn this fire off. And I've got some grease-proof paper. I've just scrunched it up, and I'm just going to lay that on the top here. And then I'm going to put the Dutch pot lid on. Right, we want to lock in all of the flavors as it's cooking in the oven. I'm going to put the lid on. And I'll see you back in 2.5 to 3 hours, but please intermittently check in on it to make sure we've got enough liquid in and it's not drying out, okay? And then at the last half an hour, we're going to take the lid off and just get some color on it if we need to have a bit more color on it. So I'll see you then. Guys, can you believe it? I forgot to put the potatoes in. This is a cheeky one. It didn't want to go into the pot. We need you in the pot, mate. How lovely it is looking. This is real comfort food. Back into the oven we go. Right, I've just taken this out of the oven. It's been cooking for 2.5 hours. And this is what it's looking like. But as you can see on the top, there's a bit of fat from the lamb, so I'm going to skim that off. Right, this is what I've got from it, and I'm just going to set that to the side. Just let's give this a little stir. Wow, look at that. Right, this is what we're looking like. And I only checked in once on it just to make sure enough liquid was in the pot. And I added some extra tomato paste, some tomato ketchup, and a dash of Worcester sauce. And there we have it. I didn't even have to take the lid off to brown it. It's perfect from the searing I did before I started to cook it. This is smelling amazing. Let's give it a taste. Yes. I'm just going to let that sit for a minute before I plate it up. Guys, I want to show you this. Look how soft that is falling off the bone. Perfect. Let's spoon some of this delicious rich gravy. Look how delicious that's looking. And for a pop of color, let's put some parsley over this, and I've got a bit of lemon zest on it as well. And there you have it, guys, my braised lamb shank in sorrel juice. Look at that, so warm and comforting and nourishing. Enjoy.